slow ahead. I can go slow ahead. Come on down and chump some of this stuff. You're gonna need a bigger wrist. I don't think you can mention Alsta without talking briefly about Steven Spielberg's Jaws. Say what you will about product placement and Hollywood productions, but I think it can be very effective. We see watch brands embracing this concept. We see Hamilton, Karl F. Bucherer, Rolex, Omega, Seiko, etc. They have all been placed prominently in various well-known films over multiple decades, and I think this has been enormously beneficial for these brands in many cases. So my introduction to the watch brand Alsta came from watching the film Jaws. Now, I'm a bit old school. I don't necessarily like a lot of modern movies, but I am a sucker for classic films. And Jaws is approaching 50 years since its release. And back then, back in the summer of 1975, it was a smash hit. In fact, it was the highest grossing movie ever until Star Wars dethroned it just a few years later. Jaws had such a psychological impact on much of its audience that many people were afraid to go in the ocean, to go swimming after watching it, and some even didn't want to swim in their local public pool. The movie's impact was massive, and today it's regarded as a timeless horror classic. So if you watch this, you'll see an Alsta Nautoscaph Super Automatic on the wrist of one of the main characters, and this appears throughout the duration of the movie. I found it very noticeable, so after watching, I did a quick Googling of Jaws wrist watch, and Alsta popped up. Alsta is a watch brand that began in the tail end of World War II, and they are best known for making sporty watches in the 1960s and in the 1970s. So I think the inclusion of the Nautoscaph Super Automatic in 1975's Jaws was really a natural choice for a seaside-based horror movie. Unfortunately, the brand was one of many that was killed in the late 1970s due to the effects of the quartz crisis. But like many once great brands, it has been revived in this modern era, so in 2014 it was relaunched, and since that date, Alsta has focused in on recreating the brand classics, including that original Super Automatic, but also doing some evolving. And in that regard, I have an evolution of the Nautoscaph as the subject of today's video. This is the Nautoscaph IV. It still retains the bold skin diver type of sport case that was used heavily in the 1960s and 1970s, and this dial layout is extremely similar to that Super Automatic in overall style. I really enjoy the coffin-shaped printed hour markers that are paired with 3 large Arabic numerals and long dimensional sword hands. This really looks like a proper vintage-inspired sport diver. But the Nautoscaph IV does have some modern elements, especially when it comes to the material choices. You'll notice that I have 3 versions on display. 2 are crafted out of bronze, 1 is done in stainless steel, and I really enjoy how beefy this watch feels on wrist. Some days, and maybe you can relate to this, I crave a thin, refined, sophisticated watch, one perhaps with a nice complication that flies under the radar, while other days I enjoy wearing something noticeably hefty with a powerful wrist presence, and I think this definitely has that type of feel. You don't forget that you have an ISO 6425 compliant professional dive watch while you're wearing it, especially if you opt for this Sunray red dial, which is so noticeable. And this one has to be my pick of the lot. Red or burgundy is pretty uncommon as a watch dial color, but this shade is even more unique. It has a hint of yellow or orange tone to it, so I just think it's a really sharp color that you do not see often. Now, the 2 bronze Nauto 4s have a reddish tone to the bronze alloy, and these will darken and patina with use, so it will really develop some character and a different appearance over time, while the stainless steel version will stay bright and light and desaturated. I really like the look of the ceramic bezel insert on the silver dial and the red dial. The black dial does carry more of a toolish bezel look. This one is crafted entirely out of stainless steel, and it does have a hard DLC black coating. The bezels are fully indexed and they have a loud and solid feeling tactile action. The grip is really nice. Some of the versions have green tone C3 lume, while others have the cyan blue glow of BGW9. I think the lume on all three is very potent, very long lasting. I think Alsta did a nice job in this respect. Each watch is anti-magnetic to a minimum value of 4,800 amperes per meter and water resistant to 300 meters. The thread down crown has a cross hatch texture, and there will be a shark depiction on the stainless steel case backs. I have tropic style rubber straps on each version. The rubber is very pliable. It has a nice length to it. The look is period authentic to this vintage style, though I did place the red dial on a stainless steel polished Milanese mesh just for fun, and I will say the all stainless steel look really helps that bold red color stand out. I do enjoy the fact that Alsta offers these watches in a host of different dial colors, bezel materials, case materials, and strap and bracelet options. As a watch fan, I always enjoy having more consumer choice, and I will link Alsta's website below for those interested in checking out all the options. Within the case, regardless of the case material, is a Seiko-made NH35A caliber. I think many of you are familiar with this movement. In transparency, it's not my own favorite movement, but its inclusion here is likely meant to keep the watch affordable. As with other options, especially Swiss-made Sellita calibers, that would raise the overall retail price, so there is always some give and take. There is always a balance to be struck between features, specifications, and retail pricing. I think these watches sit solidly in that affordable part of the market. Now I'll close with a couple thoughts. I like this chunky skin diver case. It is reminiscent of several watches from the 1960s, most prominently in my mind Aquastar and Seiko. I really enjoy the overall proportions, and I really like that weight, the dial color, the lume, and the use of ceramic. As a fan of dive watches and classic movies, it is great to see the Alsta brand move forward and continue the release of modern takes of retro designs. I would like to see what they do next. So let me know if you have any questions. Please comment below and I will be happy to reply. Check out Alsta's site and social media, which is linked below. And if you have enjoyed this video and wouldn't mind seeing more and helping me grow, please leave a like and subscribe. Thank you.